Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Education in Isolation. So, this is our beautiful hairstyle we're going to create for you tonight. But before we do that, before we head into creating this beautiful look, I want to take you on a little journey that I had down to the Wella studio. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Yes, you can tell I'm not in my studio. I'm here at the Wella studio. So I'm here at the Wella studio to come and see again. I love to come in every month to sort of see what's going on. So please welcome to camera my friend Anna. Anna, come in, our studio leader. Hi, Anna.
Hello, hi.
Now, Anna, today, you've got a studio that's absolutely packed full of people, but there's one thing I want to focus on because I know with a lot of my social media people, they often are thinking about content, they're thinking about how do they do things for their social media to brand it or whatever. And today, you've got a course running called Passionista. Passionista. Hey, I better get that right. Passionista. I love that word. I was going to go fashionista. Well, it actually is kind of fashion and passion, isn't it? And I love that word. So, Anna, tell us a little bit, tell our viewers a little bit about what the Passionista brand is all about.
It's a brand new course. Now, the Passionista series, as it's called, is all to do with our Passionista community. So this is a community of hairdressers who, of course, work with Wella. And they're named Wella Passionistas because, of course, they're so passionate about what they do and about their craft and about colour. But the Wella Passionistas are renowned for having an incredible social presence, incredible content that they're always producing of really high quality, and they've done a fantastic job at growing their following and growing their profile on social media, and therefore, of course, as a knock-on effect, growing their own brand and growing their salon clientele.
So this course, how would this course help them?
So this course is called the Passionista series because it's actually delivered by two Passionistas themselves.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, get to meet them.
Absolutely. So the reason why we've brought this course to life is for our customers, for all of you out there who want to grow their following and want to kind of get into this branding stuff, but really perhaps don't know where to start. You know, it can be challenging. Where do you even start? How to find the time? And what makes a good photo into, or maybe an average photo, into a fantastic photo? So it's a one-day course that we hold here.
Oh my gosh! So there's a lot of content for one day.
Absolutely. Wow. One-day course. It's delivered by two of our Wella Passionistas. So in this case today, we've got Michael Gray.
Brilliant.
And we've got Nikki Clifford.
And again, please do follow them. Their imagery is beautiful.
Absolutely. Now, Nikki Clifford is renowned for her beautiful blondes and her colour work.
Yep.
She's very into this very clever highlighting technique called airbrushing. I don't know whether some of you might have come across that.
I think they have.
Oh,
I know I should airbrush, but yes, no.
So that's one of her sort of signature looks, but she's a fantastic colourist across the board. Michael Gray, as we know, beautiful hairstyling, beautiful long hair dressing, much like yourself.
Yep.
And so, yes, those two are delivering this fantastic course today. And of course, a main theme running through it is how to grow your social following, how to turn these fantastic, beautiful hair results into fantastic images that you can place on Instagram and grow your following.
And let's, to all the viewers out there watching, it makes it sound as though, you've got to have a studio, you've got to do this, you've got to do that. You can do this with just your everyday hair work that you're doing in the salon. So, you could photograph a beautiful color that you've done. You could video something, whatever you wanted to do. Please understand that a lot of this work is at your fingertips already because you're already doing beautiful hair.
Absolutely. And that's why it's so fantastic to have Nikki and Michael here, because they don't have studios. They are photographing their hair work, their clientele in the salon chair. They are creating this content day to day as part of their salon work, as part of their general clientele. But they're making it work for them. And that's the key, and that's what you can learn from them.
And not only learn that, but there's also a financial remuneration to this, because the more you get your social media content out there, the more people will see it, and the more clients you will attract, and the more social media traffic you will start to attract. And I think now, as we all know, social media is so important. Well, because this is what I'm doing, but getting your work out there is super, super important. And again, I stress that point. Getting your work out there doesn't mean to say you have to work harder to get it out there. It just means capturing what you're already doing. Would you agree?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, this day and age, of course, social media is your shop window. It is your window to your customers. So you can't really afford to kind of hide from it or try and avoid it, but it's not rocket science. There are tips and tricks to be had. There's hacks to be had in there. Do your normal salon work every day, but just, you know, educate yourself. Come on a course like ours or some other form of education to learn how to do it, to build it into your daily life, and then do it, like you say, smarter, not harder, and the rest will follow.
Okay, you've heard it from us, so let's now go and see our Passionistas and meet them. Hey, hold on. Before we go to the Passionistas, let's have a look at our foundation. So I'm going to put a ponytail right down near the occipital area. Hey, listen, as a side note, we are looking at no longer supplying these amazing hair pads. We're going to be selling them right up to the end of August. So if you want these, and they are incredible, our merchandise line is amazing, please, now's the time to make sure that you get your hair pads. These hair pads are amazing. They go into wherever you want to put them in the hair, and they are incredible for pinning and volumizing hair. So once again, if you want these hair pads, now's the time to get them. Okay, there it is. So there, it's all attached now, and we're going to come back to the ponytail, and I'm going to divide the ponytail into two areas. So I really sort of need one on one side, one on the other. Now I'm going to take a piece over from the left-hand side of the ponytail. I'm going to brush it up. I'm going to use a little bit of hairspray. Now I use the hairspray, this is a light hairspray. This is Imi by Wella. It's a very light spray. And I'm going to bring this and I'm going to take it over to the right-hand side. Then I'm going to take a piece from the right-hand side. Again, I'm going to spray it. Now by spraying it, what happens is it kind of individualizes the strand, keeping the strand quite clean. Here we go. So I'm going to keep on going from left to right, and each time I do that, I give the hair just a little bit of a spray. And I'm placing all of the hair across. I'm using section clips to get that to hold on either side. So as you can see, I'm going right down to the very bottom, having divided all the hair like this. Now, before I go any further, I would like to go back to the Wella studio before I start to create this final look on the hairstyle, and I want to meet the Passionistas. This is beautiful. So tell us a little bit, as a Passionista, tell us what are you doing here at the moment?
So me and Michael Gray are doing a Passionista series. So we're educating a few of our amazing guests today. We're getting them really excited about Wella, really excited about up and coming trends and fashion. And
would you mind just giving me a little forecast of an up and coming trend that you're seeing coming through?
Yeah, so we'll go through what we've got here, just because we've got the beautiful model Victoria here.
Stunning.
But something a bit more prismatic, holographic, hidden colour, peeking through, and kind of like, is it coloured, is it not? Am I seeing things like you said when you walked in? Am I seeing things, or has she got rainbow in her hair?
And of course, what you're doing, it doesn't have to just be rainbows. It can be almost any colour coming through, can't it?
Absolutely.
So I love that you're hiding colour in amongst it all and then bringing that out. Again, as a Passionista, and we're talking about the students getting the images out to their own followings, I always say, you know, they already do amazing work in the salon. Just document it. Come in. But you're showing them tricks and hacks and all sorts of different things, aren't you?
We're doing a lot on content creation today. So we're looking at lighting, we're looking at adding air to the images, we're looking at lots of different things really, the positioning of the body, the positioning of the hair, and creating some great final images so they can take this back to their salons and they can really work on their content.
Brilliant, thank you so much. And over here we've got Michael over here working away. Oh, Troy, Michael's over there. Hi, Troy. So Troy, what are you doing here at the moment?
So here we are just getting the base on the skin. We're going for a really glowy, fresh kind of look to go with the hair.
Yeah, brilliant. Looking gorgeous, guys. And over here, of course. How are you, sir? You all right?
Good, thanks to you.
Good, very, very well.
Good.
So tell me a little bit about what you're doing today. So you're helping the kids look at what they're doing, aren't you?
Yes, so today is more like social media based, so being able to, as you can see, like the setup that I've got here. So I've got like ring lights, obviously got a backdrop. I put my phone there, so if they are wanting to create reels, then it's basically being able to elevate what work they've got to be able to showcase to obviously their clients, and just knowing the right lighting. Obviously with like, Nikki's obviously done colour earlier, so I'm going to do styling as well. So it's just using the colour to obviously, and styling techniques to obviously enhance that colour. Obviously following up with trends, so 90s are quite big at the moment. Look that I created on Lucia earlier. So obviously in makeup at the moment. Thank you.
Hey, I noticed too, you've got 2 light rings set up. You've got your key lights over here.
Yeah.
You're shooting on a very plain background.
Yeah.
So is this how you see something very clear? Do you like the way the ring lights light them on a much sort of even tone?
Yes, so for me it's really important, because if I was just to have like one ring light, I wouldn't really portray like so much light, if that makes sense. So at least I've got 2 lights either side, and if I have my camera there, I'm not going to have any shadowing. But because if it was just going to be me alone that's just going to be creating the content or reel, I wouldn't really need those lights. But because obviously we're creating content to obviously a big audience, I want them to see the full effect, basically. The full effect, So it wouldn't be this many lights. But at the same time, it just gives it that bit of more boost.
So what you're saying basically is anybody setting up in the salon or at home, really they can have quite a simple lighting kit and just go for it from there.
I also have like these little handheld lights as well, which is really like perfect. Obviously being in a salon, sometimes you just can't carry a ring light around with you. I love those. Those are fantastic. Brilliant. Look at this. Absolutely brilliant. I love it. You've got the clothes, you've got everything ready. Thank you so much, Michael. It was so much fun to meet you, and what an incredible course to go to. So please, if you want to become a Passionista and you want to learn all about how to enhance your work, that is one course that is incredible. Okay, here we go. Look at this. There's our hairstyle. So we've got it all pinned. I put section clips down the middle, and we've got all the pieces there. Now you can see I've removed the side section clips, and with that removal I'm going to start working on the side. So I just start to brush gently through to make sure I've got all the ribs looking really beautiful. Give it a tiny little bit of spray, and I'm going to get started on positioning this now. Now, keeping the tension is really important. I'm going to come over to the right-hand side, but really it doesn't matter what side you want to start. As I start, I'm going to start twisting the hair going under. And as I'm twisting the hair, I'm bringing my fingers in tighter and tighter and tighter to the bottom area so that I don't upset any of the twists at all. And it comes in nice and firm. Now, because these are Patrick Cameron hair pads and they are incredible, just start to pin into the hair pad itself and use the hair pad as the pinning foundation. Look at that. So I'm coming up now and I'm pinning into the hair pad. These hold the hair beautifully. There it is there. Leave the tail, and we're going to bring it around now, and I'm going to tuck that tail around into the opposite side. So right beside the hair pad over there on the left-hand side. Let's have a little look. There we go. If I lift that up, you can see, so I've just gone all the way around, and now that's very secure. So that's not going to go anywhere now. Just make sure you've got your hair grips there, and everything's pinned well. Now let's go back to the left-hand side and repeat exactly the same movement, twisting very tight, bringing it all together and twisting it nice and tight right down to the very nape of the neck. Be very careful you don't upset all the lovely ribs in the hair. You've got to really make sure that you're twisting it perfectly. This is such a beautiful hairstyle because it's quite, it looks very elegant, but at the same time it looks very technical, very complicated. But of course, as you saw, really it was just a matter of taking it from left to right all the way through. And it's the hair padding underneath that gives the hair that sense of luxury. Okay, there it is. Now what I'm going to do is take the tail, of course, and we're going to tuck the tail back up and under the right-hand side. So the right-hand tail was tucked under the left area, and the left area tail is going to be tucked up under the right. There we go, just feeding it in, using the tail of my brush to feed that in. I'm going to come back in a minute, I'm going to grip that into place. But before I do that, I quite like to see exactly what I've got to make sure I'm super happy with everything that's been created. So as I'm working now, it's all about now working to secure. Now, again, I said to you earlier on, we've got a hair pad in there. The hair pad is incredible when basing the hair grips, because once the hair grip goes into the hair pad, it holds incredibly securely. There we go. So I'm just pinning that side in now, and that's going into the hair pad. Now what I'm going to do is just start pulling at the hair, just creating a little bit more of a diffusion of texture, making it look interesting with the highlights there. Now I do need to secure this, because if you're looking at this and going, well, Patrick, how on earth is that going to hold there? This is how it's going to hold. I'm now going to take hair grips one after the other. I'm going to use a lot of them. I'm not going to open the hair grip. I'm going to stick the hair grip in like a pin. And I'm going to go down each one of these ribs. So each of the ribs I'm going to pin into the hair pad. Okay, once I've got it all secure, let's remove the section clips and have a look at what we have. So here's our beautiful hairstyle. Can you see I've gone in and I've pulled at the hair a little bit. So each of the ribs I've pulled out to create a little bit more texture. Once again, this hairstyle, as I always say, is just inspiration. You can do what you want with it, but using those Patrick Cameron hair pads are incredible. Remember, once again, as I said to you, we're coming to the end of the line, so if you want these hair pads, please get them before the 31st of August. So here we go. That's the hairstyle. But I tell you what, I finished my day down at the Wella studio on a photo shoot. Who was the model? The model was me. You know, it's so lovely to have photographs with hairdressers, and so lovely to hear their stories about how they met me, when they met me, and how long they've known me, and so on. It really was. It warms my heart. You know, someone told me many years ago, the secret to success was sharing it. And you know what? I believe that 100%. I'll see you next week for Education in Isolation on Facebook and Instagram at 8 o'clock UK time. Take care.